Hey there, welcome to Recap. Today, we're diving into this Indonesian comedy drama film called Too Handsome to Handle. Spoilers ahead, so let's meet the Moss family, the ultimate definition of good looks. Generations of stunning individuals making bank because of their beauty. We've got Okus, the eldest son, and an internet influencer with more followers than grains of sand on a beach. He's not just a pretty face, he's also a love guru, teaching clueless dudes how to impress their crushes. Then we've got Pakar, the father, a former heartbreaker extraordinaire who dated over 1,200 girls before finally settling down with their mother. Impressive, right? And let's not forget about Mama Moss, who has rocking some masculine features and a mustache that would make Tom Selleck jealous. But our hero here is Kulin, the youngest and most attractive of the bunch. Life's not so easy for him, though. Being ridiculously good-looking comes with its own set of challenges. Picture this. Wherever he goes, women lose their minds. They faint, pull their hair out, and even get nosebleeds just from catching a glimpse of his face. It's like a zombie apocalypse, but instead of brains, they want a piece of Kulin's handsomeness. Poor guy has never had a normal interaction with a girl. It's like trying to have a conversation while being chased by a pack of wild fans. Kulin's been homeschooled to escape the madness, and his only friend is a pet fish. Yep, you heard me right. He plays cards with the fish and spills his guts out to it. I guess the fish is a great listener, but still, it's not the same as having a human pal. His family is worried about him and wants him to experience a typical teenage life, so they come up with a plan. First, Big Bro Okus bombards him with pictures of girls, trying to set him up. But Kulin's got different criteria. He wants someone who doesn't fall head over heels for him just because of his looks. Can't blame the guy. He wants to be appreciated for his personality, not his face. When that fails, the Moss family goes all in. They fake financial problems, guilt tripping Kulin into attending school. One night, in an Oscar-worthy performance, Kulin's parents dramatically reveal their so-called financial crisis. They declare they'll only have scrambled eggs for breakfast until they can afford his homeschooling. Talk about guilt tripping. Kulin feels terrible for causing them such distress, so he decides to take the plunge and go to school. But here's the catch, folks. He'll only attend an all-boys school. Yep, no girls allowed. The family would have preferred him to mingle with the ladies, but hey, progress is progress. Baby steps, my friends. A few days later is Kulin's first day at an actual school. Okus drops him off on his bike, but here's the thing. Kulin's got a plan. He's keeping his helmet on all day to hide his devastating handsomeness. But guess what? That plan backfires like a cheap firework on the 4th of July. That helmet becomes the star of the show, stealing all the attention like wearing a flashing neon sign that says, "Look at me." He tries to quietly blend in, like a ninja in the shadows, but is called out by the class bully Sidi and his minions. The teacher walks in and sees Kulin with his helmet on. She's like, "Take it off, kid, we don't wear helmets indoors." Reluctantly, Kulin has no choice but to reveal his glorious face. Next thing you know, she's being loaded into an ambulance. Turns out, Kulin's face was just too much for her to handle. That's some powerful handsomeness right there. The other kids are like, "Whoa, this new student is too hot to handle." So what happens next? Kulin bolts down the hallway, trying to escape this madness, but then he gets tripped by one of the bullies and dragged into the school's secret storeroom, and they introduce themselves like they're freaking Power Rangers or something. The Tiga talk, led by Sidi, the principal's son. Talk about nepotism. But wait, it gets even better. They need Kulin's help to ask out the most beautiful girl in school, Amanda, for prom. These guys have been stuck in senior year for 3 freaking years, refusing to graduate, until Sidi scores a date with the most beautiful girl at BBM school, Amanda. And guess what? She only accepts proposals from handsome dudes, so they want Kulin to be their messenger boy. So Kulin's stuck with this mission, but at least he's got Kibo, the one person who's actually shown him some kindness. They decide to go to the principal's office to complain about the bullying in school. But surprise, the principal wants Kulin to help his son out because he wants his son to become a graduate. Way to go, authority figure, encouraging bullying. The next day, Kulin and Kibo head to the BBM school, where apparently they have a strict, no ugly boys policy. Can you believe it? They're like, if you're not attractive, get out of here. Talk about discrimination. So the girls are all up in arms, demanding Kulin take off his helmet. And here comes the climax. Kulin finally decides to take off the helmet, and you know what happens next. The girls in the school go absolutely bonkers. They lose their minds. It's like they've never seen a face this much handsome before. I mean, come on, ladies, calm down. It's just a face. The news catches wind of this whole helmet drama. Yeah, it's breaking news. Only a few hours later, the news makes it to the television. Clips of girls crying, bleeding through their noses, getting possessed, and jumping around are being shared all around social media. Kulin starts being known as the too handsome to handle guy. And guess what? Even the hottest student and model, Amanda, is instantly smitten by Kulin. She's like, finally, someone who matches my beauty and status. Now, Kulin's family starts cashing in on his fame. They charge people money for a house tour. Talk about cashing in on your own son's good looks. Kulin, who is hiding in the streets, sees his family on the news. He feels betrayed and used by his own people. When they call him, he refuses to come home and feels even sadder when his pet fish is mishandled and killed by the tourists. So now he's on the run, hiding on a rooftop from the maniacs chasing him. But things take an interesting turn when a girl appears out of nowhere behind Kulin. She's like, "Hey, you planning to jump off that roof?" And get this, she doesn't bleed from her nose or pass out at the sight of him. Shocking. The girl doesn't say much and just walks away, leaving Kulin in awe. Must have been the most memorable encounter of his day. Now, Kulin's buddy Kibo comes to the rescue. He picks him up and invites him to stay at his place. And you won't believe what they bond over. Collectible playing cards. Who knew? Then at school, they go on a mission to find the mysterious girl from the rooftop. And along the way, they run into Amanda, the beauty queen, and give her the files of the promposal sent by Cede. She pretends not to be impressed by Kulin's looks, but her nose tells a different story. That thing practically turns into a fountain. Kulin spots his crush on the stairs, but the girls surrounding him won't let him near her. It's like a protective shield of girl power. So he spends the next few days with Kibo, becoming the ultimate duo. They become best buds in no time, doing everything together. One afternoon, Kibo takes Kulin to play futsal, where he frequently goes to meet his crush, Riri. But wait, there's a twist. After the match, Kulin notices the girl from the roof working at a shop nearby. He cannot help but stare at her. Just then, Kibo arrives and introduces Riri to him. They have a crush on the same girl. But Kibo and Riri seem to be pretty close, which makes Kulin jealous. Now he is burning with jealousy, and he can't sleep, can't think straight. Desperate for guidance, Kulin seeks out Okus, the love guru. Kulin has forgiven his family for selling him out to his fans because if that had not happened, he would have never met Riri. And guess what? Okus starts crying tears of happiness because he's been waiting for this moment to dish out some brotherly advice on girls. As Kulin follows Okus's suggestions, he realizes he's got a lot to learn about Riri, his crush. Kibo knows more about her inside out, like a human Wikipedia page. But hey, he's not giving up that easily. He's determined to win over his first love. Then, out of the blue, Amanda shows up at the boys' school, handing Kulin an invitation to her birthday party. As if that's not enough, she presents him with a phone as a gift. Talk about going all out. Looks like Amanda is pulling out all the stops to win Kulin's heart. Later on, Kulin, Kibo, and Riri hit the karaoke scene. It's time for some crooning and duets. Kulin is excited to sing with Riri, but she's only got eyes for Kibo. Ouch, right in the heart. Jealousy hits him hard, and he straight up asks her if she's crushing on his buddy when Kibo is not around. But Riri denies it at first. But hold on tight, because when Kulin plays some sneaky mind games and lies about Kibo being in love with Amanda, Riri's face drops like an egg falling off a shelf. Suspicion confirmed. Now Kulin gets a brilliant idea and calls up Amanda for a favor. She's all ears and ready to do anything he says. The next day, they all gather to celebrate Amanda's birthday. When Kulin and Kibo arrive, Amanda welcomes them, but she's giving Kibo more attention than Kulin. Meanwhile, poor Riri arrives and sees Amanda kissing Kibo. Talk about heartbreak. Riri runs outside, devastated. And guess what? Kulin, seizing the moment of vulnerability, confesses his feelings to Riri. But she thanks him but sees him as nothing more than a friend. tough luck Kulin, but wait, there's more drama. The group of bullies, fueled by jealousy and anger from witnessing Amanda's kissy session, beats up poor Kibo. And where's Kulin in all this? He's nearby, too scared to interfere. It's like a scene from a bad soap opera. Kulin finally realizes the gravity of his mistakes when he sees Kibo in pain. Guilt hits him like a ton of bricks. But hey, Kibo, being the good guy he is, surprises Kulin with a legendary card from his collection that Kulin had been wanting for a long time. Talk about an emotional roller coaster. Feeling guilty and ashamed, Kulin spills the beans about all the wrongs he's done. Kibo is shocked and hurt by the betrayal. He even claims he would have left Riri if he knew Kulin had a thing for her too. Those words sting Kulin like a spoonful of wasabi. With Kibo's orders to get out of the house, Kulin leaves, knowing he messed up big time. A month passes, and he finally returns home, where his family is overjoyed to see him. But Kulin locks himself in his room, not talking to anyone. Kulin's mom, worried about his well-being, approaches him one night and gives him his pet fish that never died and offers him the option to go back to homeschooling. She says the family only wants his happiness and is ready to do anything for it. Ah, family love and support, folks. Touched by his mother's words, Kulin realizes he has people rooting for him and wants to make things right with Kibo. He runs to Riri and spills the beans about everything. Then he goes to Kibo, begging for forgiveness. At first, Kibo dismisses him, but when asked about Riri, he starts gushing about how much he loves her. Suddenly, Kulin reveals that Riri was listening on the phone the whole time. That way, he mends their relationship and goes back to being both their friend. A few days later, they all go to prom together. Kibo's date is Riri, and Kulin's got Amanda by his side. And guess what? Kulin and Amanda snag the prom king and queen titles. Obviously, Kulin hears a girl comment that he is only mildly handsome and is instantly drawn to her, indicating the start of a new relationship. And that's a wrap, my friends. Remember to subscribe for more entertaining videos like this, hit that notification bell, and leave a like to show some love. See you next time.